Hello, people. How are you doing? I hope you're fine. Today, we will talk about the famous and infamous verb to be. Um, there's a lot of prejudice about verb to be, mostly because some public schools used to teach verb to be the whole year, right? But now I will show you how to use the verb to be, some situations, how you can use it with its meanings. But let's start the class. Um, First of all, we have the infinitive form of the verb to be is be, okay? And just for a start, uh, verb to be uh, it has two meanings, two main meanings. It can mean ser or estar. So in Portuguese, we have two verbs that in English they use just one to have the same meaning. And here we have some present simple sentences. As you can see, we have the affirmative sentence I am, I'm, we are, you're, he is, she is. Then we have the interrogative form. Am I, are you, is he, is she? Pay attention to make the interrogative of the verb to be. You just need to change places between the subject pronoun and the verb to be. So, questions, most of the times they appear with the verb in the beginning of the sentence. So, I am is the affirmative, am I is the interrogative. But we also have the negative form. I am not, I'm not, you are not, he, she not, we are not, you are not. So in this case, you add uh, not after the verb to be. And you can make contract forms of these structures. All right. So this is the first example for the verb to be. Here we have other tenses that can be used. The past simple or simple past was, we were, you were, he, she, it was. The same thing. When you go to interrogative, you change places from the subject and the verb to be. So I was I, were you, was he, was she, and the same for the negative. So the negative, you add not after the verb to be. So I was not, you can make the contract form I wasn't, we were not, we weren't, you were not, you weren't, we were not, you weren't, and so on, so on, and so on. We also have other tenses that it's good for you to know the past participle. So the past participle of the verb to be is being. So the past participle is used in the present perfect, past perfect. Uh, as you can see here in the present perfect, has, have been. Okay, so has it's used for the third person in the singular and have for the other persons. In the past perfect, as I told you, also had and been. Okay, we also have in the present participle that it's used in continuous tense. For example, in the present continuous, I am, you are, he is, being. In the past continuous, I was, uh, they were, you were, being too. So it's interesting for you to know the forms of the verb to be according to the tenses to try to use it according to uh, the rules and to make you communicate because sometimes you want to say something but we say another thing mainly because the verb to be has two meanings. So if I say I am sick, just this sentence don't tell me if I have a sickness since I was born or if I just got a sickness. But if I say I am sick today, so you can use adverbs of time to help you. I am sick today. It means that I was not sick yesterday, but I'm sick today. So anything you can use to make your information be understood for more people, you should use it. Okay, we use the infinitive form be with modal verbs. So the verb be, verb to be, in the infinitive, we have some examples here. It will be dark soon. So will is the modal verb for the future. Uh, they might be tired. So might is a modal verb uh, used in the present. Uh, and so these are the two use you can see the verb to be in the infinitive. The verb be is a link verb. It's used with a noun phrase. So my mother is a teacher. So it's a link verb. What is a link verb? It's a verb that is used in sentences that are related to nouns, not related to verbs. So the noun is the main part of the sentence. So my mother is a teacher. Bill Clinton was the president of the United States. As you can see, this is the picture of Bill Clinton. He has many stories in the White House. Uh, you can check it later. Or with an adjective. So this soup is very tasty. The children were good. So as you can see, there's this use of verb to be, and you have to pay attention how to use it properly to not uh, to be understood in your speech. With the ing form to make the continuous aspect or the continuous tense. We were walking down the street. Everything was wet. It had been raining for hours. So you can check here. Uh, you see that we use the continuous tense uh, in this sentence with the past participle to make the passive voice. So verb to be is also used to form the passive voice. So the house was built in 1890. The street is called Montague Street, and this car was made in Japan. As you can see, the car in the picture, right? So to do the past participle, you have to pay attention to the verb to be, and to to do the passive voice, you have to pay attention to the verb to be and the past participle. All right. So was, is, and was verb to be. Built, called, and made past participle of those verbs. We use some nouns with the verb be followed by a to infinitive. The only way is to start all over again. So you see here, to start is the infinitive of the main verb, and we have here the verb to be is. His answer is to work a bit harder. So also the verb to be here. Her only hope was to find a new job as soon as possible. So Here, the verb to be in the past was the easiest thing would be to ask your father. So, would be is the condition of the verb to be. Here we have a picture of Cat Stevens. Now he changed his name. He's Yusuf Slam. He's a singer, a folk singer, and the song named Father and Son, very beautiful song. Uh, Talk about the relationship between father and son. And they say here the easiest thing would be to ask your father. So ask the elders to get a better information about the things you want. All right, so this is the class for today. I hope you enjoyed and see you next time.